Good evening, everybody. We are coming today with Mr. Ümit about new technologies of education. This is very exciting event for us, for everybody, because we will learn new technologies and we will learn too much things about the creator of these applications with Mr. Ümit, the CEO of IIHSE Academy. Today, I will explain just a little about our institute. We are an international institute and we are growing too fast. We are nearly 20,000 people in LinkedIn. And nowadays, when we see the statistics, we are the most interested institutes. The followers of the institutes is the most in the world as the LinkedIn statistics. So we are very happy welcoming you today for these webinars. Today we are in section about actual webinars, but we are also making committees webinars for our experts in our committees. And on the other hand, we are making also webinars for careers of our experts. You can follow our institutes for other webinars. Thank you very much, Ümit Yapanel, joining today to us. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. And I want to ask, firstly, could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, definitely. I am Ümit Yapanel. I am an AI, and as a day job, I am an AI architect, AI engineer. I've been working in the AI field for 25 years, but I sort of led a double life because I was really interested in education and educational technology for also nearly 25 years. My journey into EdTech was inspired by my deep belief in power of technology to firsthand to create equitable educational opportunities. I am a first generation college graduate and I have seen firsthand how access to quality education can transform lives. I am a living example of that. So this led me to co-found a school in Colorado, Lotus School for Excellence. It's a charter school serving about 1,000 economically disadvantaged and students of color. And I currently serve as the board member at Magnolia Public Schools, where we are serving close to 4,000 students, again coming from low socioeconomic families and again students of color. And my mission and vision in establishing these schools and serving as board member has always been to integrate cutting-edge technologies to enhance student learning and learning outcomes. Today, I continue this mission through projects that I am leading like Elegante.academy and atombooks.ai, focused on empowering students worldwide with essential skills for the future. This is how I am, who I am. In a few
That's great.
sentences.
We are very happy and very honored welcoming you. You are very inspiring man for all humanity because
Thank
you are
you.
doing great job for humanity, for people having not enough money to educate themselves. So this is great to listen you today also about these issues. My second question: what are atombooks.ai, elegance.academy, and the schoolmate both, and what inspired their creation? I want to ask these words to you.
Sure. By working as an AI scientist in the day and then volunteering for schools as board member, I've come to know a lot of issues very closely. I understand what educators are facing. I understand what difficulties that they are seeing in their day-to-day operations. That's why I came up with these projects to help bridge those gaps. Atom Books AI is an interactive platform that uses AI and augmented reality to create engaging multilingual books for children, and it aims to foster a global love for reading. You will see how how engaging they are in a few videos that I will show shortly. Elegante.academy is the website, and it provides cutting-edge AI and cybersecurity curricula for high schoolers, 8th through 12th grade students, preparing them for future careers in technology. You know, these AI and cybersecurity are highly sought after skill sets in the workplace, and introducing those career paths to students early on is critical. And schoolmate bots are AI-powered assistants designed to enhance educational efficiency and operations by supporting parents, teachers, and students with routine tasks. You will see three applications. One is for website access. The other one is supporting teachers to access organization-related information. And third application is what I call AI tutor bots that they help students as they go through our curriculum in our website. All of these projects are coming from my desire to make education more inclusive, interactive, and aligned with the skills needed in the 21st century. This achievement gap is a real problem everywhere in the world, and it stems from the equity access. Some of the students, more privileged students, have access to cutting-edge technology and curriculum and good schools, whereas other part of the population doesn't have access. So by creating these initiatives online and setting low barriers to access these resources, I am hoping to help close this achievement gap.
Exactly. Yes, this is very exciting to listen. I hope that everyone can have an access, maybe with foundations, maybe with some CEOs, some companies will help the humanity to access these incredible technologies, because we will discuss on next sections what is the benefits of using these technologies, because the students have some different experience. My third question: what are some key trends in education today, especially concerning the use of AI and technology?
You know, everybody is talking about AI nowadays. There is a big hype. Educators do not know what to do with it because they are not coming from a generation of AI, but they are trying to train students in the age of AI.
Yeah,
So basically, one of the major trends in education is the integration of AI and technology, and especially in personalizing learning experiences.
yeah,
You know, each student is different, everybody learns differently in different pace. Some of are more visual, some more project based, hands-on, some more wants to read the theories. So in order to cater such a diverse learning trends, it's impossible for a single teacher to do it without the use of technology. That's why we are seeing more adaptive learning platforms that tailor content to individual student needs, making education more effective and accessible. Another trend is the growing importance of teaching students digital literacy skills and technical skills like AI and cybersecurity, which are really becoming essential in today's job market. For example, even if students want to be a doctor, they will be using AI models to help diagnose them diseases. Or let's say they become lawyers, they will use AI to draft maybe their documents. So use of AI everywhere. So whatever profession students wants to go in, having these skills, knowing what AI is, how to use these AI-based tools will help them set apart in the competition. Additionally, there is a strong focus on using technology to bridge educational gaps. This is the achievement gap that I just mentioned, to ensure that all students, regardless of their background, have access to quality education, which I call democratizing the education. So this is my vision, for
yeah,
the
very
trends
beautiful.
in technology.
Yeah. And I want to remind our audience that they can ask their question on chat in YouTube or in LinkedIn. Please feel free to ask your questions. We will ask in the last section of the interview to our speaker, to Ümit Yapanel. So please feel free to ask in any time to us, and we will uh, ask the questions. My fourth question is about how do you see AI shaping the future of education for students and teachers, or generally?
Definitely. AI is definitely positioned to revolutionize education. Again, it's using technology and AI make learning very, very personalized and much more efficient. Like one quick example, teachers needed to spend about an hour each day planning their lessons and creating lesson plans. Now AI can do this easily for them in minutes, in seconds.
Yeah,
So
sure.
this way they can actually use that time to do something more effective, more productive. So what I am seeing AI is an augmenter of human capabilities, helping us do our job more efficiently, and assigning jobs that are very routine and easy to do for AI to do, whereas humans can focus on more creative aspects of our work. For example, students, AI can provide tailored educational content that adapts to their learning pace and style, helping them better understand and retain critical information. For teachers, AI tools like the schoolmate bots, as I will explain shortly, can handle routine administrative tasks, allowing educators to focus on more teaching and interacting with the students, which they do best. So AI will also play a crucial role in identifying learning gaps early on and providing teachers with ways to create interventions, ensuring that every student has the opportunity to succeed. So there is a lot of potential, but I think overall trend is that AI will be an augmenter, helper for humans to be able to be more effective in what they do, whether those are teachers in every profession, I think, but especially for teachers, as education is such a critical part of our society.
Maybe in school, for the teacher, it can be a helper. In after school, maybe it will be helper for the students when they make some exercise of the teaching. So this is both of people useful for. So maybe we can use the AI technology for the teachers to manage their educational works for their presentations, blah blah blah. So we can everywhere can use AI technology as a helper of our mindset for uh, brain activities.
Yes, yes. There is something called the teacher burnout, which is a true thing because there is so much paperwork in the
Yeah,
day that
I mean,
teachers have to go through. They don't now have time to actually do teaching. So if we can delegate those tasks to AI to do, then we would also prevent teacher burnout and teachers will have much more pleasurable
exactly.
experience with their students.
Yeah, sure. What role do schoolmate bots play in schools, and how do they support teachers and students?
Yes. So this is a chatbot technology that we created, but we applied it specifically for the school context.
Mhm.
Especially in the US, there is private schools, there are charter schools, there are district schools. So parents have different choices, and it's important for them to be able to access that information very quickly and easily. I want to share my screen so that I can show you one application of
Yeah.
WebMate, where we integrated this to a school here in California, one of the
Mhm.
schools that I serve.
Yeah.
And this is a website of Magnolia Public Schools. And as you see, there is a lot of information. It's impossible for a parent to go through all this information and try to see if this is a good fit for their student. But we created a bot, and this bot can speak all the languages. It can speak English, it can speak Espanol,
Very good.
Spanish, or English. Uh, Let me see. And any parent that's interested in enrolling their kid to school can actually come and then ask questions. Like some of them even may not know what a charter school is. Charter schools are public schools, tuition-free public schools that are governed by an independent board of directors, or they do not know much about public schools, Magnolia schools, or
if the AI technology don't know enough information, what is the next for the
yes.
answer?
So if the technology doesn't know any question that the parent or visitor
Yes.
asks, it can connect the person to a live person. During school hours, we plan to staff this bot so that anyone can reach to a live person to speak.
Yeah,
And it
great.
also connects the information about name and email of the student that or parent that are visiting. This way, you can follow back these interested parents to convert them into students. The same bot can respond to questions in other platforms as well, such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, SMS. This way, you create a unified brand voice. So on all the platforms, everybody is getting very unified, similar responses to their questions, creating a unified, consistent brand voice. This is the first application. The second application,
Can we teach the bot with our documents?
yes, exactly. It's
Great.
possible to train the bot with any document. For example, even for your organization, we could create a bot so that the volunteers can look up any information that's in your knowledge base. The second application is for staff members. For example, in schools US there's a lot of formalities, a lot of rules, regulations. There's board policies, there are HR department policies, HR, human resources, finance, academics. There are district policies, there are state level policies, there are federal level policies. It's impossible to know all this information even for staff members, so we
Yeah.
teach the bot all these information so it can now respond to any questions that staff members might have. They can even just copy and paste an email that they receive, and the mate will create a response for that. Let's see. I'm a board member. I'm asking. Fio is the name of our HR person. How can I request travel reimbursement, for example? And then it will basically create a response, and they can just copy and send this over to the interested party. This will save hours in their time because they get tons of emails every day with these similar questions. Rather than
Yeah, yeah.
looking up, trying to answer,
Exactly. Very good.
basically help a lot. Like similarly, principals can use this bot, and teachers can use this bot to create responses to parent
Yeah,
questions as well. So
exactly.
this is the second application. Third application is TutorBot. I will get into it when I tell you more about the curriculum Elegante Academy of that application.
Yeah. Okay. I can continue my questions. Why is
Yes,
it important for students to learn about AI and cybersecurity at a young age?
yes. So in today's digital world, understanding AI and cybersecurity is crucial for future success. I don't think anybody would really argue against this. We are seeing that AI and cybersecurity and this type of innovative future-ready technologies are critical. And these fields are not only growing rapidly in terms of career opportunities, but they also have a profound impact in our daily lives, right? ChatGPT, nobody knew about it a year ago, but now many people use ChatGPT to help with their tasks, to be able to write papers, whatever it might be, but it's really creating a positive impact on our lives. So by introducing AI and cybersecurity education at a young age, late or middle school or high school, we are trying to equip students with the skills and the knowledge that they need to navigate and contribute to a tech-driven world. This is very critical because early education in these areas helps to demystify the technology, encouraging more students to pursue careers in STEM and helping to close the skill gaps in these critical fields. In especially US and in tech-driven countries, tech people are highly sought after, and many students generally are a bit afraid or scared of what that field might be. So by exposing them early on, will actually create or will probably encourage more students to choose career paths in STEM. That's the goal. I just want to show one video. This is a long one, but I actually want to explain some of the AI technologies
sure.
I used to create in this video,
Yes,
so that
please.
you can see the
Exactly.
okay. Okay. So in this is an introductory video. Dear parents, it's
Can
my
you open?
deep sense of
Thank you.
purpose that I introduce myself to you. There are several technologies in this video. First of all, I was reading the text, so my eyes were not looking at the camera. So I used an AI model to correct that. It's called gaze correction. Amazing technology.
Wow, very good.
So this is one aspect. And the second aspect, I use generative AI to enhance the video. You might notice I look a little bit younger there. So I used animation models to increase the resolution of the video, so it looks more crisp. And
Yes,
the
it's
third
awesome.
technology is a speech translation technology. So I'm speaking in English, but you see that there is an Arabic text also appearing along with tracking. So this is also another AI technology called speech-to-speech translation technology. So by combining all these technologies, the simple video has become like a introductory video where parents can
Great.
see and yeah. So
Exactly.
that's a very, like you can combine couple different technologies to create amazing
Impressive.
outcomes like this.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is again, we have a YouTube channel, Elegante.academy. There's a few things that I will also go over that
Mhm.
parents can go and watch to learn more about what we do at the academy.
Yeah, sure. Um, as I said you before, our audience can ask their questions. Um, Maybe we can continue with their questions. I will check them. Uh, Thank you, Felicia Fred, for your uh, yeah.
Yes, I'm
Very,
flattered. Thank you.
very good. Thank you. And I will take a look to the questions. Situ Shita is asking, what's your thoughts around over reliance of AI by individual give no room for human to use their brain?
Yes, what I see current AI technology most effective is complementing and augmenting human abilities. So AI cannot do much of a creative work. If humans over rely on AI to do everything for them, they
Mhm.
might be disappointed because AI still does not have the human creativity, human innovation, the thought process. My suggestion would be to use them as a tool,
Yeah,
actually a tool to help you to do your job better. For
yeah, maybe
example, I'm
assistant
writing,
sometimes.
yes, I am writing a grant application, so I put in my thoughts, but I will let AI to sort of articulate those thoughts in a cl- cohesive way so that it's clear and understandable, because I am not a native speaker. So AI is helping me to actually close that gap, because in the past, if a native speaker submits a grant application and I submit a grant application, I would be at a disadvantage because of my English usage. But now AI can level the surface for all players, regardless of their income and ability
Yes,
levels.
yes, sure. But I am curious about the future of AI technologies because they will not be free like today because they are using our knowledge and our experiences in their systems. Because of that, it is cheaper or it is free. But on the future, when some people taking AI technologies, but the others maybe will not have enough money to use AI technologies, and the level of the people equality will be not the same for the ages time.
Yes.
So I'm curious.
this is also a big question for all the AI community. All the conferences I have attended, people are talking about the equitable access to these resources, to these models.
Yeah.
And I think so far, AI community has done a good job. When you go on like Hugging Face or some other platforms, you can see all types of usable AI models, industry grade AI models available for free to
Yeah.
utilize. So far, I don't see like a big danger to that, but obviously things may change because there are big companies now to be able to train what we call a foundational model, which are these like gigantic AI models trained from a lot of data. Even small companies cannot do it. Only big companies such as OpenAI, Microsoft, Facebook, these type of companies have the resources to be able to train these models, which is likely to create some inequities. Definitely, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. There is a question from YouTube. Nana Serva Adjei Badu is asking, could you please tell us how to use AI ethically?
Yes. Uh, this is a very difficult
Important.
question to answer. Yeah, it's you need to, I think, make people aware to use AI ethically. This is why in our AI Academy, for example, the second class after we introduce the AI, we tell students how to use AI ethically. So it's the humans, whoever the users, I think we need to train them to be ethical first. Then, because AI is like a tool. You can think of it as a knife. You can use knife to do many great things, but you can use knife to do bad things too. So, like many tools, AI is also similar. So I think it's users be making people aware of the potential misuse of AI, so that they don't go that route. Is would be my answer on top of my head. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
question.
Thank you. Very nice answer. So the other question, how does Elegance Academy curriculum prepare students for the future?
Yes. So I just want to show we have what we call a learning management system. Students
Mhm.
can access this curriculum to learn AI. So we have written one course, AI Intro to AI, and then Intro to Cybersecurity is in development. These are 45 hours of materials that teachers can use in whatever fashion they see fit. Some teachers may use 1 hour a week for a whole year. Some teachers may use as an after school program. Some teachers may use as part of a computer science class. The material is very flexible. Or if a parent is very interested to make this quality curriculum accessible to their students, they can just purchase the curriculum off of our website to make it accessible to their own children. I'll just share how it looks so that audience has an understanding of what it is. Um, First of all, we create these engaging videos, short videos, rather than a human telling the concept or presentation. We have these avatars telling us the course.
Welcome to Lesson 1, AI Overview and Background. We are about to start. Tune in. Hello, my name is Dr. Sadrik Blewett. In this lesson, we will explore concepts like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and their applications in our daily life. Learning, decision-making, and understanding natural language. Sectors where AI is making a significant impact.
So we are hoping that this type of introduction of content will make it a bit more engaging for students. And this is completely done with AI. All the avatars, we prepared the presentation. The speech is synthesized using AI. And that the cool thing is that you can actually create the same content in another language pretty easily. I want to show like a very short Spanish extract also. This is the Spanish version of the same
Yeah.
class.
Hola, soy la doctora Fátima López. En esta clase vamos a explorar los conceptos de inteligencia artificial. Tiene como objetivo poseer
So the idea is that because of the tools are so good, like for example, in the future, you could tell whether it was an AI, robot speaking or human speaking, but you can see that it's very natural nowadays, that you can use AI completely to be able to create these type of videos at a low cost. Currently, we are working on creating an English curriculum and a Spanish curriculum to make it accessible to all Spanish-speaking students as well. And we plan to create more languages along the lines in order to make it accessible to a lot of children, a lot of students in the world. I just want to show how it looks like. 1 second. So this is okay. This is our learning management system. Students basically log in, and that learning management system keeps their progress. So teachers can basically introduce this into their class without doing anything, because we provide all the content, videos, assessment, and project. Every week, students does a project. I just want to show week 1 content, which is the introduction to AI. There's overview, surveys, and there's a socialization aspect where students introduce themselves to the class. And there are these videos for every week. We have one video that we create using AI. And then there is about like a 10-minute content that students need to read and learn. This is where we integrated this tutor bot. This is the third application of the chatbot that we created. Basically, as students go through this content, they can ask any type of questions to the bot, and bot will respond. Like this is like 24/7 available teaching assistant in that sense. This way, they don't have to ask anything or everything to the course instructor. They can learn a lot of things self-paced in this process. And there's 5 hours of curriculum, and at the end we also have a project. For example, for the first week, students are supposed to interview a chatbot and ask some questions and create a presentation out of what they think. You know, there are ChatGPT, Gemini, Llama from Meta. There are many different chatbots available for them to interview. And finally, you provide a short quiz to create the assessment piece. So it's all-inclusive curriculum for educators to take and use. They don't have to do anything. Because as an educator, one of the difficulties they have is there are so many things, so many open source, open resources available in AI and cybersecurity. They don't know how to really create a cohesive curriculum for students to learn in high school. So we take this out of their hands, we create all this curriculum, and all they need to do is just integrate and let their students have access to these beautiful resources.
Yeah, this is very awesome. So I think also students and teachers will save their times to learn more things, and experience will be different. My next question about how does Elegant Academy curriculum prepare students for the future?
Yes.
And,
So yes, as you see, basically they are exposed to all these technologies at a very early age, right? So what I show is could be used for 8th graders, 9th graders as part of introduction to computer science curriculum. So we are exposing them to these key concepts early on. So this class will include computer vision, speech recognition, voice processing, natural language processing, all these technologies that are currently used, like object detection, driverless cars, are all computer vision.
yeah,
Once they get access to these type of resources, they basically get into the door. So they can actually then start exploring other open source models. They may choose to write some applications. Maybe they create an app out of their experience. So we are empowering them with this knowledge. And one good thing is that during the projects, we also have mentors available. So if they have any issues implementing in one of these projects, they can always reach out to our Silicon Valley mentors to get real-time support over Zoom to be able to resolve any issues they may have creating these projects. But this curriculum, like there is content, very carefully curated content. There are assessment piece, there is a project piece, and there is also a mentorship piece. So it's all in one package for schools and educators to take and teach AI. They don't have to be scared of AI. There are resources available for them to be able to responsibly and very well
Exactly, very good. And my next question: can you explain how atombooks.ai, the AI's interactive multilingual books works? Because
Yes.
met with you with this technology, it is very exciting.
Yes. So Atom Books AI is a different type of edtech product that my team is working on. You know, the academy is more towards middle high school
Yeah.
students. Atom Books AI is geared towards foundational reading literacy, foundational literacy, and also English learning. It's a simple idea. It actually transforms the reading experience by incorporating interactive elements that make stories come alive. This is augmented reality. Another cool thing is that our books are multilingual, allowing children to read in their native language or learn a new language. So
Yeah,
very early on, students will get access to multilingual curriculum. This is especially important for parents like me who had to raise children in the US where they are native English speakers, but they are Turkish. I wanted to keep their Turkish also in native, but I really didn't have any resources. So I'm hoping that Atom Books will create a way to create a platform for all bilingual, multilingual, trilingual families to be able to use and utilize to support their children. Because the early on children are exposed to other languages, the better they learn it. It's a lifelong experience. Like, for
yeah,
example, for us, we will never be a native English speaker, but if they're introduced to English at an early age,
yeah, yeah. I'm sure.
likely to sound close to a native speaker. I want to show a couple videos that
Yeah,
explain.
exactly.
Okay.
It will be very
Okay.
nice.
Okay. So there is one teaser I really like. It actually shows it sets the foundation for Atom Books without telling what the books are actually. So it's a
Yeah.
very cool one I want to share.
I believe our audience will love it because, especially, we are writing some fairy tales about safety culture and health awareness, so environment awareness. So maybe we will make a collaboration with you on this
Yes,
platform.
some non-profits from Africa, like myzalu.org, has
Yeah,
already reached us. They are also creating books to teach children to be stewards of nature, protection,
exactly.
preservation
Great idea.
efforts. So we love to cooperate to expand the reach and effect of the platform
Thank you. Thank you
into
so
this
much.
type of initiatives. Okay, I'm starting this one. So I call it live inside an atom book because you can really live inside, as I will show next. We integrated augmented reality in the sense that the reader, whether it's a kid or an adult reading together with their kid, can put on a mask to become a book character. So it actually makes the book come alive in that
Yeah, yeah,
sense.
sure.
Rather than reading the book, you can live through the book. I'm going to show a very short video where I read the Frog Prince in a kindergarten classroom, and they were just so amazed by the whole concept. And you can see that, like, in kinder classrooms, teachers have these print books. They take the print books like this and they try to read from the print books. That experience versus this experience, you can see how much of a difference there
Yeah,
is.
it is the best time of,
Yes,
of the
yes.
interview.
Okay. One second.
Very good idea. I believe people will have very nice times with their families with this experience. So it is so useful.
Okay, so this is the it's like a short extract of a classroom experience.
Yeah,
So these are the books that I am doing for you, for the world's children. And these are what we call interactive books. Oh, king's daughter, why are you weeping? Tell me your trouble and I might help. So as you can see, I become the frog prince. And one of the cool things is that there is AI technology who determines where the face is and does face tracking. And when it determines that you're turning your head left or right, it actually determines which mask to put on. You'll see that it will change the mask momentarily. Help you. Then weep no more, said the frog. Why can't Gedida was so sad that the prince turned into a frog? He wanted to keep his heart together because he believed that one day the prince could come back. And at the end,
Are you using the camera here?
yes, you are using the laptop's webcam to
Okay.
reflect yourself into
So
the
easy.
image. Yes, it's so easy. Yeah, anyone can do, and then just turning the head left and right triggers which masks you put on, and every page there are different characters that you can put on the mask, which I will show next on reading Little Red Riding Hood very quickly if we have time.
Yes.
Okay.
I think with their family they will enjoy their time more because with someone they know, it will be more enjoyable.
Yes, one of the aspects of this platform is that every book is in 20 plus languages. So whatever book we put on board will immediately become accessible to a billion kids or more than a billion kids because of that language exposure. And the second thing is that these are optimized to be shared over video conferencing. So my sisters, my brothers, my wife's sisters, brothers can call my kids and read them stories in Turkish in this amazingly engaging platform, keeping the connection alive. Because my kids can go to Turkey once a year in a good time, so it's really difficult for them to get to know their family there. So this type of platform, even if thousands of miles away, can create these lasting connections between generations.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, I want to share one more thing quickly. This is the Little Red Riding Hood. So this is how the books look like. It's accessible over the web. You can switch between different languages. English. This one, for example, we were able to convert it into Spanish, Turkish, Vietnamese, Arabic, Hindi, Punjabi, which means that English is the base language. So, and then the Turkish, for example, kids in Turkey can read the Turkish version and can switch to the English version so that they can expose themselves to English at an early age. And we have these bilingual story times where here I am the storyteller. I'll just play a few parts so you can understand the concept.
Bugün size kırmızı başlıklı kızı okuyacağım. Herkesin bildiği bir hikaye bu. Kırmızı başlıklı kız biliyorsunuz.
This is teaser. You tell about the story and what they learn. By the way, every book in the platform will have a story to have a lesson to teach to the kids. For example, this one teaches them to listen to their parents' advice and then do not trust to the people, to the strangers that they do not know. So these type of important lessons that they don't learn if you tell them plainly, but if you tell them in context of a story, they understand it more because they live through the story. And as you go through the story, our storytellers read the story in two languages, both in, like this one, for example, is a Turkish-English bilingual story session. I read the story in Turkish first. And these are the masks that we are using. At every page, there are different masks. And as I transition from Turkish to English, I give them key vocabulary that are important to understand that page. So they, as basically, as I switch from Turkish to English at every page, I give them this vocabulary so that they can follow the English version. And at the end of the story, they expose themselves to 25, 30 new words. And since they learn it with context, it actually, brain retains it very, very well. Compared to just trying to memorize them in a setting where you don't have this story context.
Great times for children. Also, we can use this type of things for adults sometimes.
Definitely, yeah. I think the way that I use this as what I call parent augmentation and staff augmentation. For example, we are really busy as parents. Sometimes both parents work. So let's see, I want someone from Turkey to read stories to my kid in Turkish and English. How cool that would be, right? You book half an hour of that person and then you can have it read stories. This is like a virtual babysitting, but it's not like a screen time. It's a very important exposure to two languages. They learn different lessons. They interact with someone who are in Turkey. Actually, they can ask questions related to life in Turkey. Similarly, if I am from India, for example, I can book an Indian storyteller to teach stories to my kid in English and Hindi. And for teachers, I am hoping that we will have, again, bilingual storytellers that teachers can book. For example, in many classrooms in California, there is a lot of Spanish speakers, Chinese speakers, Hindi speakers. So they can book those bilingual storytellers as helpers, virtual helpers into their classroom. And one last thing is that we provide a list of questions for parents and storytellers to use. These questions helps kids to reinforce the context what they learn, and that they ask questions about lessons that they learn, and then they ask questions like to steer their imagination. For example, if you were to author of this story, how would the story end? Or you were to bring another superhero from another story, who would it be, and how it would help the little girl get away from the wolf? These type of questions really steer their imagination. And there's a lot of additional questions that we ask, for example, that they can simulate the issue, because like this story especially relates to potential abuse situations, to equip little kids with tools to be able to get away from potential abuse situations that they may face. So this is like one story can really do a lot for students, basically.
Maybe on future we can make some other the ends. When I read some books when I was young, there was some different roads to continue for the story, so they can imagine their the end of the stories. Maybe we can use also this type of magic in this platform.
Yes, it's always like these type of questions, imagination questions, are part of this set of questions where parents or storytellers can use to help them imagine other endings for the stories. It's a very good way to steer their imagination. So this is how the platform will work. We are working on improving the UI of the website. It will be live very soon with all these amazing, beautiful books.
Yeah, I will announce again that our audience can ask their questions. They can write on YouTube or LinkedIn Live. Thank you very much for watching us today. My last two questions is about how does augmented reality enhance the reading experience in atombooks.ai?
Yes, as you have already seen in these examples, by augmented reality is that you put on the masks to create these book characters and make story like a live. So it really creates a lot of engagement. You know, in that frog story in the classroom, I took 20 minutes to read the story, but they were like very carefully following me through. And 20 minutes of like attention span is really successful for these students. So it's really helping increase the engagement. And this generation, whether you like it or not, is what I call screen generation. We have to find ways to make screen time enjoyable and educational for them. And I think Atom Book AI is one of the ways to do that through augmented reality.
Sure. what impact do you hope to achieve with these innovations, and what is the next for your team? My last question.
I think yes. So this is one of the, I am very passionate about all these innovations. My goal is to make education more inclusive, engaging, and effective by leveraging the latest technologies. And I think I am sort of a unique position because of my exposure as a volunteer board member in schools and that AI scientist architect working in cutting edge technologies in Silicon Valley. I can marry the two concepts actually to make education especially equitable. With all these projects, like for example, the books will be in 20 languages, easily accessible over a website, makes it available to all the kids in the world, because most kids can have access to even a simple computer, and through a browser they can access the books. Same with the academy. Anybody in the world can access the academy in different languages. It will be available soon. So this is the idea of making democratizing education, whether it's reading or AI or cybersecurity. All these initiatives are aiming to create a more inclusive, more equitable educational avenues for the world's children. With the books, the goal is to foster a global love for reading and language learning. The minute they learn to read, I want to expose it to Spanish, for example. My kids speak 3 languages. I push them to learn Spanish as well. I also learn Spanish later on, because I just feel that as you learn a language, you learn a different world experience. So it's very important
Exactly. Very good. Very good.
to expose kids to a different language as an as early as possible. And the academy again seeks to providing high quality education to
Mr. Ümit, your voice is going down. Maybe you can check.
Okay.
Yes.
Is
Good
it
now.
okay now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, great.
Okay. Basically, all these initiatives have one goal in mind: to make amazing access, amazing content, amazing curriculum, amazing materials available to the world's children, both in elementary school or in high school, uh, to make sure they have similar opportunities to learn as privileged students.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Ümit. This is very nice night today with you. And I
Pleasure.
want to thank to all our audience, from followers, from volunteers, from committee members. So thanks to everybody for tonight. We want to continue this webinar with you on future. For the next week, we will meet with Dr. Suat Sarp, and we will talk about folk songs to educate people on occupational health and safety. So it is also very interesting webinar like yours. So thank you very much again, Ümit. I hope so. We will collaborate with you on future about equality of education for everyone. So this is very great idea, and you are very inspiring man for humanity. Thanks to
Thank you
everything
so much.
you are made for now. So I hope there will be a chance for everybody to taking these technologies on their hands. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much. Have a great